כל השנה הלכות בכל יום נותח לו שהוא במאבא. בעזרת השם, ובילוני today two mitzvot מדאורייתא. Today is the 13th of the Av, Monday, second day of the week of Parashat Ekev. בעזרת השם, ובילוני two mitzvot number 527, where there is an obligation to offer peace before we conquer a city. And mitzvah number 528, when we are conquering the 7 nations in Eretz Canaan, the old Eretz Canaan for Eretz Israel today, we are actually obligated to annihilate entire cities without leaving any person alive. By the like on the way to Eretz Israel, we were conquering the what? Oh, that's always a problem. We it's always a problem. עד כדי כך, בדרך שאדם מלכים בא מלכים אותו. You understand? Right now, we're in a war. Right now, we're in the middle of a war, the Jewish nation. We have people who are mamash, behave like Jews and look like the Jews and do mitzvot like Jews, but in reality they're Christians. And there are some open that we have openly, we know who they are, they're exposed, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. A lot of Rabbanim, that the big tzaddikim, Gdolei Ador, Kivyachol, they call themselves Gdolei Ador, and they are misguiding the nation. How do we know it? What's the test? Very simple. When you have a Jew for 40 years educating, and then on a wing, just like that, he could throw out a child from the school for no reason. Why? Because the government wants him to do something, and the people are objecting. The government wants every child experimented. Here, in 2019, in February, Agudath Israel. How do I know Agudath Israel is actually has a lot of Christian money in it? It's controlled by Christians. It's not otherwise. You can't say otherwise. Agudath Israel. Yes, I said it right now. I'll say it very clearly. How do I know it? How do I know it? Very simple. Agudath Israel commissioned to throw out 10,000 kids from the yeshivas in 2019 in January. They fought. They fought on a war. Why? They went ahead and they said, the government said there was a breakout. There was a measles breakout. It was a fake thing. Right now, you could take a look. For the past 20 years, what's the measles contractions in America every year? In America, measles contraction is about 2,000, 2,100. It's always around 2,100 people. Meaning 2,100 people reported in America getting measles. Measles, babuot. Okay? So what happened was, in 2019, the government was running a test. American government is promoting right now this whole thing of getting people, whatever. They're trying to, as Kamala Harris said 2 weeks ago, you know that what she said, right? 2 weeks ago publicly, she said, we are killing people on purpose so that our grandchildren have more air to breathe. She said those words. Those words. Yes. Yes, it's all over the news. How did she say it? We're saving the planet. We must depopulate America or the world in order to be more air for our grandchildren to breathe. And she said it openly. And that's what it is. The truth will always come out because you can't always lie. This is what America is involved. So in 2013, this Rashaim, they made a test run. In January of 2013, they promoted measles. So you thought the whole America is sick with measles. And if you go into statistics, how many people got sick in 2019 with measles? Lo and behold, 2,200 people.
2,200?
Yeah, instead of 2,100 the previous year. This Rashaim, Agudath Israel, Torah U'Masorah, threw out from the yeshivas 10,000 kids.
Right.
Because there are 30% of Jewish population don't take up experimental jabs. We don't. People don't want to be part of an experiment. What do you want from me? And all vaccines are experiments. You like it or not? It's not me saying it. They're saying it. Because in order to administer so-called virus into a person, you have to first check if he's going to work with the virus. Meaning, they have to take out the blood of a person, of a child, run tests. You know how much it's going to cost to run a test? For each vaccine. Yes. Right now, children are they're going to give 84 jabs. A child before the age of 16 has to get 16 by the age of 16, 84 vaccines. Okay? 84 vaccines. Yes. You grow up on 60, on 10 maybe, even not even. 84 today, by the way.
Really?
Yes. Now, And it's going to grow. It's going to go to 1,000.
My daughter-in-law, she doesn't want
Whatever,
to give anything.
whatever. I'm not here promoting, or I'm just telling you information. In the end, it's going to be 1,000 vaccines before you could go to them. Before anything, by the age of 16. Now, but in order to check each person before they could give you a vaccine, it's going to cost per vaccine $300,000 to $500,000. It's going to do the real test will cost $300,000 to $500,000. If they'll give you the vaccine, you're not going to get hurt by it. So that they're going to skip. They don't have to. We're just going to test. Let's test it out on you. See how you work, how you do it. You know who worked like that? Guess who? In 2,200 years ago, there was a country called Sparta. Spartans. They were the strongest animals in the world. Why were they the strongest animals? Because that was the test. The test was that the child is born, they had a ridiculous test to see that he's strong. And if he's not strong, kill him. This is what's happening today in America, in the world. We're going to give you a test. If you survive, you're good. You're good to live. And this Agudath Israel, all the Rabbonim over there. Rabbi Shmuel Kamenetsky is the only one, Rabbi Michael Kotler, those two Rabbonim stood out, and the rest jump into it. No problem. Let's go. We must force.
Still
today, here in Florida, you can't get into school if your child is not vaccinated.
Yeah.
Okay? No, more than that. More than that. If my child was in, we said we're not vaccinating him. We're not taking. Why should I be part of experiment? Why should my child be part of experiment? They threw out my child from free grade. I got a letter from Rabbi Janovsky. He has no shame. Writes a letter. Sorry, your daughter. I throw out your daughter. This is a test. If you're a Jew or not a Jew, how can you do that? What kind of Jew does that? 10,000 kids they threw out in 2019 from school. Shem Rachem Aleinu. Anyway, so you're right. That's the problem. Why is it allowed? Why does Hashem allow? You're going to say, why is Hashem allowing this? Christians becoming Jews and faking us, they're thinking they're real Jews. You know why? Because this is what we didn't do the mitzvah number 528. What was the mitzvah? We came to Eretz Israel and we didn't kill all the Jews, all the goyim. Because we had mercy, or whatever it was. Whatever it was, there was a whole problem. And we allow them to stay. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, whatever you do, you have to know how will let you play your game. So today we have Christians, mamash, infiltrated the Jewish orthodoxy. Infiltrated. They like it or not. It's true. You wanna hate me what I'm saying? I don't care. That's the fact. Actually, right now I'm going to be, hopefully for the next 2-3 weeks, I'm going to be sitting, compiling a letter, reach out to the community, and we have to throw them out. We have to win them out. And you can't. A whole magazine, Mishpachat Mel, a big Talmid Chacham, Rabbi Asher Weiss. But he was the one who signed the contract. He signed, throw out all the kids from the yeshivas. How do you do that? What kind of Jew you are? Throw out one child, Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef. He said, throw out one child from a school, any child, a Jewish child from a school, you need a Sanhedria 71. You need Sanhedria Gdola in order to sit down and to calculate to throw out a child. And we're not even talking about troubled children. We're talking about children. And I have in front of me, Rabbi Zwibel was approached. I talked to him like I'm talking to you right now. He's the judge of Agudath Israel. Landau's. This is me, not second-hand information. I'm standing next to him, right in the middle of this whole measles scandal. Right? Ask the doctor here. How many measles cases were there in 2019? There was 100 extra cases, the whole country, and they went crazy. Right next to me, this is Wibel, Rabbi Wibel, big choshev person, but something's wrong with him. He's standing in front of me, and a father approached. He says, on my block, I have a family with 8 girls. They don't want to be part of your experiments of vaccines. They have a religious exemption. New York is part of the law. They have a religious exemption. That's the law. You can't throw out the kids. The Beis Yaakov threw out all 8 kids. What can we do? He looks at him and says, what's the big deal? Let them get vaccinated. This was his answer. This is an administrator, executive administrator of Agudath Israel. And you're telling me Agudath Israel, I'm telling you, Agudath Israel is influenced by Christian money. There's no answer, no other answer. I will not say they're Christians. I cannot say Rabbi Zubel was a Christian, fake Christian or not. Mistama is not. But they're influenced by Christian money. That's the only answer I can tell you. The Jewish could be bribed.
Or pharmacy.
Huh? No, they're influenced by Christian money. There's no other ways. Maybe they don't even know it.
Was a connection between the Christians.
No, we have 528. Mitzvah says that we have to destroy, annihilate all the goyim when we come into Eretz Israel. So Rav Moshe says that was a big mistake. We left them alone. Yes, there were many left alone. There were pockets of Canaanites living in Eretz Israel even after Yeshua, even after David. They didn't completely.
This is not any worse than discriminating against Faradim.
What do you mean?
The Ashkenaz schools in Israel.
Okay, it could be. No, it could be. They're infiltrated by Christians. They could be a big Talmid Chacham. Rabbi Asher Weiss, they really brought a big thing about him. In Mishpacha. And you could see, I saw the audio, I saw the video interview. No, sorry, I saw the Army magazine. Made a whole thing about it. The Reverend Rabbi Asher Weiss, Reverend? He threw out 10,000 kids from yeshivas. Reverend? How dare you? How dare you? Reverend? One kid he threw out of the yeshiva.
And everything because of vaccine?
Yes. Because they didn't want to be part of there are 30% of Jewish population don't want to be part of experiment. And they're allowed to, that's the law.
If they would go to public school, they wouldn't be kicked out?
No, of course not. Of course not. My kid right now, I registered him in public school, in a second they'll take him. Why? Because I have a state letter. The federal, the Florida state law.
To be better than the public school?
Yes.
Your kid vaccinated?
Whatever, yeah. No, I don't ask this question. But Moshe, it's not your business. It's not our business who's not, who's yes. But again, the federal law requires you to accept the kids.
How could they refuse it if the law requires it?
Okay, hopefully I'm looking for an attorney. I want to teach these people a lesson. I don't believe they're they're safek if they're Jewish. I have a safek. I have a big safek if they're Jewish. Throw out kids just like that. In Lakewood? They write big letters. Don't come to us if you want to not to vaccinate. But the New Jersey law states if you have a government letter that you're religiously exempt, you're exempt. No, we don't care.
Why are they trying to be better than the...
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to write a letter, hopefully we reach out to the community, we have to change it. The only way we're going to change it is by us, the small people.
This community, you won't have a hard time. Most people don't want to vaccinate.
What?
This community, most people
No,
don't.
but we have to overthrow these guys. Right now, people are throw me out of chats. Rabbi Sofer, how dare you talk about Rabbi Janowski? I say he's a faker. Him and his Rabbi Zweig, all of them are fakers. How dare you throw out a child from free rent? Don't tell me a child is a troublemaker. I could hear you. Tell me I don't want to pay your tuition, maybe. But to tell me because my child is not part of experiments, and he writes me a letter, signs, get out of here. Go, throw your child. No, after they took my registration money, after everything, they registered child, second year. Sorry, she's not registered yet.
What if it's considered safe, though? Let's say
What?
you get 100 doctors and they all say it's safe.
Doesn't matter. It's not halakha. Halakha pikuach nefesh, safek pikuach nefesh, mechallim alav hasharav.
Let's say they say it's not... because-
That's the problem with Rabbi Asher Weiss. But we'll talk about it later. Rabbi Asher Weiss has new Torah. He believes in pikuach nefesh of what's the statistics, which doesn't work like that. In pikuach nefesh, we don't follow statistics with the healthy people. When there's a sick person, there's a different story. There's halachot. But healthy people, you can play his game. He's playing with healthy people where he makes a whole fun about people. But anyway, Hashem Yerachim Aleinu. Mitzvah no melasot b'melachemet harishut k'mishpat hakatuv. Let's have a mitzvah number 527 that we have to go to war. And there's a concept of, as we said, and we'll learn right now, that we have to actually be lagdim lahem shalom. Offer them shalom. Okay, offer them shalom. שנצטווינו במלחמנו בעיר אחד מצד הרשות שנרצה להילחם בה. So we have a neighboring city. That's where the problem is, we said already. Milchemet Reshut means we have a neighboring city, like Syria, or what's his name, Iraq, or Iran even. All those neighboring cities, we want to change their attitude. They're coming, and they're actually influencing us. Neighbors always influence neighbors. So we say, you know what, Habibi, halas, let's conquer them. So that's called Milchemet Reshut. You're allowed to wage such a war.
באיטליה, so it's באיטליה.
כן, מה?
אתה הולך לבית כנסת, אתה חושב שזה נמצא בוותיקן.
בוותיקן? וואו.
אתה הולך לבית כנסת, אתה חושב שזה נמצא בוותיקן.
Why?
They have influence from the outside.
Yeah.
So the rabbis look like a pop, and they're singing and this.
No. You got it wrong, Moshe. You got it wrong. Italy is much older than the Vatican. The Jews in Italy are much older than the Vatican. Because remember, Vatican started like 13, 14, 100 years ago. We're there almost 2,000 years. Okay? So the Vatican actually learned everything from us. So the Papa is dressing exactly like the rabbi, like the cantor in Italy's rule.
Yeah, but the way the prayer is like different, totally different.
Ashkenazim, yeah. They have they have a very strong custom. They have a very strong custom. Italians are very. I went to the old shul. I know what you're talking about. I was there 7 years ago, 8 years ago, or whatever. My wife forced me to go to Italy. Anyway, I remember those days. You come in, and the whole security over there, the old shul, and they have the guy is dressed regular mincha. He's dressed like a Popeye. No, actually, the Popeye dressed like them. No, there's the whole like enter is like it comes out a whole show. Listen, it's tourists.
No, not because of it.
Yeah, they need money. What do
Is
you?
that considered
Everybody
No,
needs
the other way
money,
around. They dress like us.
but they're not.
We stop things because they started.
Let me know which one's after.
It doesn't matter. If they start something, sometimes we stop it because we don't want to be like them.
Yeah,
If
okay.
it's not a halacha,
Yeah, okay.
I would say it's probably better.
וזוהי שנקראת מלחמת הרשות. What do you want to say?
No, it was a clear maker.
מחילה. שנבטיח אותם שלא נהרגם אם ישלמו עמנו ויהיה לנו לעבדים. So over here, when I want to take over Italy, for instance, or Iran, so we have to give them הבטחה that we're going to conquer them and we're not going to kill them. כלומר, מעלים מס למלכנו וכובשם תחת ידינו. We are allowed to conquer countries that are neighboring goyim, stay goyim. There's rules of the goyim, which are 7 mitzvot Noach. We make them pay taxes, and they're going to be under our rulership. ואם לא ישלימו עמנו על העניין הנזכר, אנו מצווים להרוג מהם כל זכר שבעיר ההיא, שיגיע לפרקו, וניקח לנו אתה ואנשים וכל שללה. Okay, so let's say we want to take over Syria. We tell the Syrians, hello, stop worshipping idols. You have to do everything that Hashem wants you, the 7 mitzvot Noach. And if that's going to be the condition. We will take over, meaning we're going to put over there our own governors that will make sure that everything is according to halacha. If not, no problem. You want to think that you could do whatever you want. The king, that's what David Melech did. David Melech conquered Syria. He conquered a lot of countries that are actually part of Eretz Yisrael, technically speaking. That will be halacha. If you have to bring in the Shemitah year and the whole thing over there. You have to bring in the Bikurim. There's a whole big machloket wherever there is.
Eretz Yisrael, according to the Torah, is a lot more bigger.
Yeah, for sure. And also, so over there, he says like this. The rabbi says over here that if they refuse to make peace with us, then we kill all the males, and we take all the females. All the females to capture, and we take all the booty and everything. This is what our sages called Milchemet HaReshut, meaning we went out and waged war. And in that, what we discussed yesterday, where the Kohen goes and gives them the whole drasha, and the people could go home and the whole thing with them. So, soon by you, B'ezrat Hashem. ואמרו בספרי, it says over there, אם אמרו מקבלין אנו עלינו מסים ולא שעבוד ולא מסים, אין שומעים להם עד שקיבלו עליהם זו וזו. So, besides that we're gonna levy taxes on them, they also have to accept our kingship over them, rulership. Meaning that make sure that they follow mitzvot. No, that's what do we want from the goyim? What do we want from the goyim? We're not here to torture them. We're not here to anything. We want them to follow the halachot of what Hashem wants. So if they're under our rulership, that means now if they're gonna say no, we will give you what's your taxes, right? They come to us and they say, listen, usually they pay 20% taxes to the king. We'll pay you 40%. Leave us alone. Let us do our things over here. We'll give you 40%. We don't want to fight with you. Habibi, it's not negotiable. You want to pay 40%? No problem. You pay 40%, but now it's still going to be under our rules.
This is even this is even in Eretz Canaan.
No, Eretz Canaan, no. That's 528, okay?
Got rid of all of them.
So good. 528, you must get rid of all of them. No negotiations. There was no taxes, no nothing.
Why would Hashem create them just to get rid of them?
What?
Why would Hashem create them though?
Everybody has a chance to become good. Everybody has a
Wait,
chance
we
to
did
become
give them a
kadosh.
chance? We did.
No, they had a chance from Hashem.
Oh,
They could have all been mitgayer.
They could have.
Girgashi left. They didn't start war.
Oh, they could run away.
They could have run away, but again, it was too late for them already. It says by Abraham Avinu, Hashem told them, "Ki lo rabat hara'ah haaretz." They're not full. They didn't do all the way. Meaning, look at the opposite view. Right? What does Hashem want? Hashem is saying, "I want to see. I want to see. Maybe they'll do tshuva."
Yeah.
Every second they do tshuva. Canaan even.
Let's say they
Canaan,
want
you know what Canaan did? Two ways machlokes. Either he cut off from Noah, he shouldn't have a child anymore, or he actually raped Noah. Some say if a man rapes another man, he can't have children anymore. The one who was raped. Okay? So there's a whole thing over there. Over there. So this is Canaan, Arurim. Even though he's Arur, even though he's cursed, they could still do tshuva. It's amazing. Kadosh Baruch Hu is waiting every second. When does Hashem doesn't wait? When we hurt each other. Hashem Rachem.
So they
When we
didn't
go,
do tshuva, the guys in Canaan.
Canaan did not do tshuva in the end. They didn't do tshuva even to the face. They know Girgashi. They felt wrong and they ran away. They didn't do tshuva. They were not already. It's like Paro.
Messengers of Hashem. We're messengers of Hashem.
No, it's like before that. You're right. It's true, but it's like Paro. Paro up to 5 makot, he had a chance.
That's why in the prayer in the morning it says you're not saying a Gigashi, and then the second one he says a Gigashi.
Even by Vayrach David. Yeah, because Vayrach David, that was the whole thing, that the whole 7 lands. Again, Eretz Israel, Eretz Canaan was divided into seven commissions, seven seven countries. Okay, and each land has its own. So we took Gergashi. If they weren't there anymore, it was empty, completely empty. They pack up and left. Even as soon as we came out of Egypt,
How'd they know?
because they knew the Torah was translated for everybody to know. Torah, and by the way, they need prophets. They had prophets. Goyim had prophets. Every nation has a
Maybe
prophet.
they saw us coming because we were only.
The new prophets, if they're coming, we get destroyed. Everybody, all 31 nations, all 31 kingdoms in Israel, they all knew via prophets, we were via stars. They're gone. They're all gone. So Girgashi made a calculation. Khalas. They were afraid. They need to fight. By the way, who are these Girgashim? They're alive today. All the Africans. They say the Girgashis. Africa is all Girgashis. Yeah. Talk about billions of people. Yeah. Okay, and that's Bezat Hashem, so we're going to end over here. Bezat Hashem, have a wonderful day, make a lot of money without any headaches. If you need to go to work, you want to learn, we're here, Bezat Hashem.